Welcome, everyone. Happy Love Day. It is Monday, February 14th, and we are here on Facebook Live and Instagram for our 15 minutes of reset on this day of love. It's good to see people, and hopefully you had a great weekend. And I want to welcome my guest today, David, who is going to be with us here.
Hey, muy buenos dias. How we doing?
How are you doing? You had a pretty big win last night, didn't you?
Yeah. Wasn't my team, but they won me some money. But it's all good. It's nice.
Well, so who were you rooting for? Obviously the Rams.
Of course.
Okay. Well, I don't know about you all, but I was a little crazy at Lisa Copeland's house last night when the Rams won, because that's who all her guests were going for. So we are here on our reset challenge. For those of you that have been tracking with us, this is actually week 6 of 7 weeks of reset that started on January 10th. We have a week remaining, and I want to encourage everybody to stay the course with your reset. Remember, if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe to my website at rebeccacontreras.com. I would love to hear from you. Shoot me an email, drop me a Facebook Messenger, let me know how you're doing and how this reset is working for you. Give me some tips on things that you've been able to glean from. So stay connected, and remember, in this reset, super important to stay the course. Consistency in everything that you do in life is key. Have an accountability partner. We've been talking about the importance of doing life with someone that can be alongside you in accountability, and also ensure that you're sharing out and journaling your progress. It's important for you to have the successful wins written down and talk about how you're making those positive changes. So today it's Love Day, right? So what does that mean?
Absolutely.
What does that mean for us? It means we are celebrating each other, our relationship, and I get the pleasure tonight of having my own chef in the kitchen.
Yes, you do.
What are you cooking up for
I
us?
think I'm gonna whip up my Italian special.
So I get my Mexican version Italian stallion in my kitchen.
Yes, you do.
Actually, I'm joking about him being a chef. David does not cook. But one thing he knows how to make, and that is spaghetti. Tonight
I've been cooking for the last year.
That you have. Hello Fresh, that's right. So tonight he is doing spaghetti for us, so that'll be fun. So today we are talking about reset relationships, and I want to remind those of you that are online and viewing, we actually are giving away 2 dinner cards at the end of our reset. Make sure you are dropping comments in the Facebook Live section and let me know you're on, because I cannot see who's on and who's off. On this particular program that I have. So drop me a comment and let me know you're on. This way we can ensure that we put you in the drawing to give away our dinner cards, and you can take your Valentine to dinner tonight or tomorrow. So today I want to talk about resetting relationships. So we've been married how long now?
Well, 32 years in April, so
32 years.
Been a minute.
Wow, that is 3 decades, people. 3 decades. And listen, we have to go through our own level of reset. Every year we recalibrate, we reset. We're actually going through a reset here in 2022 and redusting off that vigor and that passion to really work on us. And we're actually started seeing our counselor again, which I'm super happy about.
That's good. She's really good, and she's very helpful to me.
Yes, so we believe in resetting, and we're doing it in our own relationship. And when you bring 2 people together with our backgrounds, and many of you have come together with dysfunction and backgrounds and what we call baggage from the past, you do bring that into the relationship. And so we like to reset every year, and we're in month 2 of our own reset. And what I thought we'd do today is share with you what we call the 5 E's, the 5 essentials of a healthy relationship. And I will tell you, these 5 E's don't only apply to your marriage relationship or your partnership relationship, but they can also apply to every part of your relationships, whether it's with family, whether it's with friends, other relationships in your life that you want to thrive in. So these are 5 E's, and there are many keys that we employ in our own relationship, but these are what I would call the top 5. So essential number 1 is be authentically you. So authenticity and transparency in a relationship is super important. And isn't it today when we have so much fake stuff going on in the world? Just,
you got to be real and be genuine, and you got to put it out there for your relationship and your partner.
Yeah. And sometimes, that's dealing with the ugly stuff too, right? If you're going through something that you're authentically struggling with something, it's really important to be authentically you and let your partner, your life partner, do that journey with you. And so when we hold stuff in, things tend to blow, don't they?
They build up pretty quick, yeah.
They build up. So it's super important to be authentically you, and just be genuine in your relationship, even in the failure. Be genuine through it, and thrive through it, and learn from it. So essential number 2 is love unconditionally. Wow, unconditional love is affection without limitations or conditions, and it's love without strings. Unconditional love is tough, and I don't know about you, David, but I can't love you unconditionally without the love of God in my own life.
That's for sure, and that's the same for me, because I don't possess that naturally. You know that.
Yeah. So, we're able to love unconditionally because we are loved by God unconditionally, and having that unconditional love in a relationship, it's a kind of love that says, I don't like you very much right now, but I'm gonna love you through it, and just expressing that in
that sounds so foreign though. How's that possible? Because you don't like the person at the moment, but the love that anchor should always stay in place, obviously, to get through that storm or whatever you're facing.
It is, and it goes back to drawing from a love that is not your own love, and that's why we find important when we can't love each other because we hurt each other or because we disappoint each other. We find that when we go to God's love and really remind ourselves of how we're loved by God, it's easier for us to love.
So that's powerful, because it's not this fairy tale kind of thing we're talking about. That love of God, I think about it personally, I go back to who I was and where I was, and where this amazing God of love found me, and so I can draw from that experience that I have with a relationship with Him.
Right, and you'll find when you do express that unconditional love through the eyes of God and through how God sees you, David, not how I see you, because sometimes I see you as a jerk, and sometimes I'm a jerk.
Hello.
Yeah, I could be an enemy, you could be an enemy. Sometimes we're an enemy for each other, but that unconditional love and learning how God sees us is super important. Yeah. So essential number 3 is do everything possible to keep the peace. What does that look like? Who's the peacemaker in this family?
Oh, definitely not me. Sorry.
Yeah. So David came from a fighting background where he fought a lot and had to pretty much survive on the streets, and so he likes to fight. But one of you has to be the peacemaker, and so in your relationship, figure out who the peacemaker is, and that peacemaker can shower the other individual with peace. So 3 characteristics that the Bible tells us about that are blessed are the peacemakers, is what the Bible says. But there are 3 characteristics of peacemakers. Number 1, peacemakers will always allow peace to rule their heart and not emotions. Even though emotions can rule sometimes, we want to go back to allow peace to rule our heart. Number 2 is peacemaking is an active thing. It's something that's constant. You have to constantly work to actively create peace. Number 3, we know that a gentle, kind word will squash anger. And so in that relational moment, whoever you're involved with, whether it's your partner, whether it's your husband, your boyfriend, or a friend, if you just express that gentle, kind word, it will squash anger. And number 4, peace is the only resolute truth, right? Sometimes in a heated situation, and we've had those once or twice.
Once or twice, a few thousand times.
A few thousand times. Peace is the only thing that comes in, and it's almost like a blanket, isn't it, of just covering the situation. And lastly, peace produces patience. Patience is a virtue, and it's sometimes an impossible virtue to possess. But it does produce patience when you walk in that peace. And so decide in your relationship who's going to be the peacemaker. If both of you guys like to fight, if you're in another relationship and you're doing this all the time, it's going to be really difficult to weather and to really thrive through that pain. So, David, what's essential number 4?
Well, let me just say, I don't think we're here to try to be experts in marriage, although we have the experience of what we've walked through over these past 31 years, almost 32 years now. Mm-hmm. So, we have some knowledge of what it takes to have a healthy, thriving marriage, and we've definitely had our ups and downs like everybody does. But for me, number 4 is a big one, because early in the marriage, it could have ended right before we ever got anywhere, and that's what's due to all the outside interference and baby daddy issues and just a lot of stuff that when you're in your first year of marriage, you don't expect to have these kind of things just interfering with what your growth and love and relationship, but they happen. But for me at that time, I had to really make a commitment to put a stake in the ground, to say, you know what, this is my wife, and I want her for the long run, and I've got to do what it takes to make sure that we're in this long game together. And it wasn't easy. Nothing's easy. Relationships are very, very difficult, and it takes a lot of work. But bottom line is, that stake in the ground, no matter what, was important for me to say, okay, I don't want to I don't want my children to be from a broken family. Things happen. I'm not saying condemning anyone. Things happen out of your control. But as far as it relates to me and my responsibility, I'm going to put that stake in the ground and go the distance.
Yeah, and you can read all about that crazy baby daddy issue and interference, outside interference, as David puts it, in my book, Lost Girl. There's a whole chapter dedicated to that chaos early on in our marriage. But number 4 is putting that stake in the ground and saying, I am committed no matter what, and we're going to work it out. Number 5, and the last one, is learn to prefer them over you. This is a self-sacrificial love that says, I'm gonna love you, not the way you deserve to be loved, David,
right.
but the way that I deserve to be loved and the way that I know God loves me, regardless of how I feel at the moment. It's that trigger that triggers that sacrificial love that lays it all down. And it's so important to embrace that and to own that and to walk in that sacrificial love.
Yeah, that was really difficult for me, only because married as late as I was in life at 31, I was pretty used to my own ways and doing things my way, and very selfish ways of living my lifestyle. And I had to learn how to adjust that with now my wife, and thank God you were very good at that. Thank God you had the patience and charisma to walk me through, and I've learned how important that is along the way, to prefer you all the time and think of you. And I haven't mastered that. I've got a way to go. I have a couple of mentors that I watch and how they do it, and they do a beautiful job in preferring their spouses. So I'm taking notes.
Yes.
Still.
So those are our 5 E's that are essential to relationship. Hopefully you've been able to glean something out of one of the 5 E's. And sometimes they all work together, and sometimes they're solo standalone on their own. So we want to do our giveaway now. We're going to give away two $50 dinner cards.
Nice.
For the Reset Relationship Challenge here. The first winner of our giveaway is Cristina Hernandez. Cristina, if you're out there, you are the winner of the first $50 dinner card. And Cristina is actually Maria Hernandez's daughter. David and I worked with Maria at Dobie Middle School through our Launchpad nonprofit, and we're super thrilled that we're able to bless her in this way.
That's good.
And the second, okay, Tara, you're gonna pick the second winner. I don't see a comment from you. If you can go ahead and pick the winner for us. Let us know who won from the Facebook live feed. Drum roll.
Hello. Nope.
Okay, Tara, are you there? Okay. Okay, so I'm actually, I just drew a Renato and Sandra from Washington, D.C. You guys are the winner of our second dinner card, so hopefully you'll enjoy having a couple of drinks and snacks on us. Nice. $50 in Washington will probably get you 2 drinks and 1 appetizer. You guys live in an expensive part of the town, but enjoy a couple of glasses of wine and an appetizer on us. And so anyway, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this Reset Relationship, share it out, and we'll see you same time, same place next Monday. We're going to be talking about recharging you. So join me next Monday, the 21st, and have a blessed Valentine's Day. Enjoy your loved one. Bye-bye.